Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss these two lead code problems. These are both medium lead code problems, merge interval and insert interval. Both of these problems are similar and based on sorting. So, without wasting much time, let's proceed to the problem one. So, here in this problem, we are given a array of intervals where interval of I is start I and end I. Okay, so interval is of this type basically. Start comma end time is given, and what we have to do is we have to merge all overlapping intervals and return the array of non-overlapping intervals that cover all the intervals in the input. Okay, so let's understand this problem with this test case. In this test case, the intervals are 1 3, 2 6, 8 10, and 15 18. Okay, so as we can see here, uh, this and this interval are overlapping. So after merging these interval, the new interval will be 1 to 6. Because this interval is ending before after the starting of this interval. That means these are overlapping. We can see this on number line also. So 1, 2, 3, and 6. So in this case, the first interval is this one, whereas the second interval is this one. So these are overlapping at this part. So after merging them, the new bigger interval is 1 to 6. Okay, so uh, and these two intervals are not overlapping. So these interval will be as the same. So 8 to 10 and 15 to 18. So I guess this will be the answer. Yeah, and in this there is overlapping here 4 and 4. So the answer will be 1 to 5. So how to basically proceed on this problem? The main key observation for this problem is uh, if we sort the interval array based on starting times, then what we can do is, let's say uh, I have this test case. Like, let's take another test case: 1 2 2, 2 2 4, 3 to 7, and 10 to 12. Let's say this is the given test case. So I have sorted these intervals on the basis of their starting time: 1, then 2, then 3, and then 10. Okay. So what I have to do is I have to check for each interval if it is like overlapping with its uh, next interval. So let's check for this. So here this 2 is less than equal to this. Basically, what is the condition for overlapping? If the I am talking about the ith interval, let's say it is something like this, and if the I plus 1th interval is starting from here, then there is no overlapping. If these are if this I plus 1th interval is starting from this part itself, these are same points in this case also, and every point which is less than this point, if it is starting from here, then these are in overlapping intervals. And to merge these intervals, the new interval will definitely be this, where the left part, the starting part, is the minimum of both of these intervals, and the ending part is maximum of both of these ending times, right? So this is how we can we can merge the overlapping intervals. So let's proceed to this test case. So after merging this and this, it will be 1 to 4. Now again, uh, this 4 is greater than this 3, and then 10 and 12. Okay, so again this 4 is greater than this 3. That means we have to merge these intervals too. So the next new interval will be 1 to 7. But now this 7 is less than 10. So we can't merge these intervals. So this will be the required answer. So after sort, the steps we will follow in this problem are: first step, sort array based on starting time. Okay. After that, uh, manage overlapping, and after this, just return the answer vector. So let's analyze its time complexity. For this algorithm, the time complexity will be, for first step, it will be n log n, and for this second step and whole this iteration, it will be big of n. So approximately it will be big of n log n. So let's check for constraints. Yeah. So n is up till 10 to the power 4. So n log n will not give me TLE. So this algorithm should work for this problem. Let's go to the coding part now. Okay. So merge intervals, right? Let's rewrite this code. Okay. So intervals were given to me. Let's short the, okay. So n is size of this interval array, basically the number of initially the number of intervals dot size. Okay, let's consider some base cases. Let n can be 1 also. If n is 1, that means there is only one interval, so there is no need to check for overlapping. Just return the original intervals array itself. So return intervals, right? Otherwise, I have to create some another vector of vector where I will be storing the final answer. Okay, so so first of all, after sorting, I have to consider the first interval first. So first do the sorting part. So let's sort intervals array vector dot begin. Here I have to sort on the basis of their starting time. So I have to use comparator here. So let's implement the comparator. Static bool comparator vector of int type a and vector b. It will be true when like a of 0 is I have to sort intervals vector in increasing order of their starting time, right? Okay, so a0 should be a0 should be less than equal to b0, right? After sorting step, so this was the step 1, sorting. Okay, so yeah, just push first interval inside answer vector. So it's interval 0th. Okay, now iterate for I equals to 1 to n. If this current interval is overlapping with the previous one, I have to check this. If uh, interval I, uh, its starting time is equal to ending time of this answer dot back 1, the previous interval. If this is the case, I have to uh, merge this interval. After merging this interval, the ending time of the current interval will be, that is answer dot back 1 is equals to max of answer dot back comma intervals So yes, else otherwise if there is no overlapping, I have to include this interval directly into the answer vector. Okay, so answer dot push back a of I guess I'm done with the solution now. So let's return answer vector and let's run this code if it is working or not. Okay, interval. Here was spelling mistake. Again, there is a mistake. What is the mistake here? It's intervals, not interval. Okay, what happened? Oh, it's intervals. What I am doing intervals. Why? Yes. Yeah. Let's submit this code now. What happened? There is some error. Runtime error. Okay. Let me check what's the issue in this problem. Okay. Wait. This should be this. Okay. N is the interval dot size. If n is this, let's return intervals vector. Okay. Sorted this. I pushed this to this. Okay. I'm checking here for overlapping condition. If what's problem here? Uh, Only this was the mistake. I have missed the. I have written a0 should be less than equal to b0 here, but it will be a0 less than b0. Okay, so yeah, so we are done with this problem. Now let's go to the problem 2. That is the next problem here. Okay, so in this problem, insert interval, we are given an array of non-overlapping intervals. Okay, where interval of I is start I comma end I. Okay, the ith interval and the intervals is sorted in ascending order. Okay, we have to insert this new interval inside this interval array, and we have to return the final non-overlapping uh, intervals array after insertion of this. Okay, so this is even simpler than the previous question. What I have to do is uh, okay, so let's take some puts 1369 1369. These were some initially given intervals, and the next new interval is 2 to 5. Okay, so 2 to the 5 is the new interval which I have to include. Okay, so in this question there are two cases. The first case, there are basically three cases. So the new interval is, let's say, this. So the originally present intervals in this array can be of three types. First type is when the interval is not overlapping with this new interval, and these intervals are on left side of this interval. The second case is when these are not overlapping, but the previous intervals are on the right side of this interval. And the third case is when these are overlapping. This can be of this type, this can be of this type, or this can be of this type also. Okay, so what we have to do in this problem is, if the intervals are of this type, there is no need to change anything in these type of intervals. Just include these intervals directly into the final answer. And in this type of intervals also, we don't have to do something. But in these type of intervals, I have to what I have to do is, I have to create a new interval, the modified interval, which is this bigger one. So let's go to the coding part of this problem now. Okay, I have already coded this question. So I will be in this code. I am storing the final answer in this answer vector. N is the size of interval, basically originally given intervals. The number of originally given intervals are n. So what I'm doing here is case one, when intervals are ending before starting of the new interval. That means we don't have to uh, do anything, do any changes in these intervals. I have to include these intervals directly into the answer vector. So I'm doing this the same in this while loop. Case 2 is when the intervals are overlapping with the new interval. Okay, so after this thing, now my I is the index where the interval is maybe overlapping with this new interval. So I'm checking for this overlapping condition when uh, the starting what yeah when the starting of this new interval is before the ending of this new interval. So now in this statement I am updating the starting time of this new interval, and in this statement I am updating the ending time of this new interval, and in this and after updating all this things, I am pushing back this new interval inside the answer vector. Now go to the now let's go to the case 3 where the intervals are again, these are not overlapping with the new interval. Just directly include these intervals in answer vector. Let's now run this code. Okay, now submit this code, let's say. Yeah, it's getting accepted. So thanks for watching.